You spend hours on a treadmill, you cut your portion sizes, and step on the scale only to see the number refuse to budge. Or worse, you do lose weight, but end up feeling sluggish and looking soft. That happens because most people confuse general weight loss, which includes shedding water and valuable muscle, with actual fat loss. When you aggressively restrict your calories without a plan, your body panics and slows down your resting metabolic rate to conserve energy. To actually reduce body fat, you have to trigger lipolysis. This is the biological process where your body breaks down stored fat cells, converts them into usable energy, and effectively exhales the metabolic byproducts as carbon dioxide. You cannot force this chemical breakdown just by starving yourself. You have to actively manipulate your biology through targeted actions throughout the day. True fat loss is the result of a precise, science-backed daily blueprint that trains your body to burn stored energy around the clock. The blueprint starts the second you wake up. Drinking 1 to 2 glasses of water, getting immediate sunlight on your skin, sets your circadian rhythm and naturally curbs your early morning appetite. Before eating anything, you execute an 8 to 10 minute bodyweight routine. Doing high-intensity calisthenics, like burpees or squat jumps, in a fasted state forces your body to look for alternative fuel sources. This is a chart showing excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC. As you can see, a short burst of intense exercise causes an initial spike in calorie expenditure, but it is followed by a long elevated afterburn curve that lasts for hours. Providing this specific high-intensity stimulus to your muscles early in the day also signals your body to preserve lean tissue, preventing the muscle loss that usually accompanies a calorie deficit. By stacking hydration with this intense early movement, you force your system to draw on stored energy before breakfast, elevating your baseline metabolic rate for the entire day. Immediately after that workout, you step into the shower. Instead of just warming up, you end the wash with a blast of cold water. This activates your brown adipose tissue, commonly known as brown fat. Unlike white fat, which simply stores excess energy, brown fat is packed with mitochondria and actively generates heat. When exposed to the shock of cold temperatures, your body has to work rapidly to maintain its core temperature. This forces your brown fat to aggressively burn through your stored calories to produce that necessary heat. Enduring just 30 seconds of discomfort under cold water acts as a powerful metabolic optimizer, significantly improving your insulin sensitivity before you take your first bite of food. When it is time for that first meal, you apply the 30-30-30 rule, a protocol popularized by Tim Ferriss in his book, The 4-Hour Body, which involves eating 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking. Prioritizing a high-protein breakfast takes advantage of the thermic effect of food. Your digestive system has to expend more calories to break down protein than it does for carbohydrates or fats. Protein also regulates the hormones ghrelin, which signals hunger, and leptin, which signals fullness. Keeping these hormones balanced makes maintaining a caloric deficit manageable without constant hunger pains. The afternoon workday introduces a massive variable in energy expenditure, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. This chart breaks down your total daily energy expenditure. It clearly shows that everyday movements like fidgeting, pacing, and standing account for a surprisingly massive portion of the calories you burn, far more than a dedicated gym session. The data backs this up. Simply modifying your workday to include 2.5 hours of standing or walking around the office can burn an additional 350 calories. Consistent afternoon fat loss does not happen on a treadmill. It is instead achieved by optimizing your food choices early in the day and weaponizing your movement during otherwise mundane tasks. The final phase of this blueprint happens at night, while you are completely inactive. Chronic stress and poor sleep hygiene actively sabotage the physiological progress you made during the day. When you are sleep-deprived and stressed, your evening cortisol levels remain elevated. This signals your body to store visceral fat around your abdomen and ruins the insulin sensitivity you built up that morning. Maintaining the system requires 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep to repair muscle and reset the metabolic hormones you've spent all day targeting. By implementing this chronological routine, morning activation, midday NEAT, and evening recovery, you align daily habits with your internal chemistry. This cycle moves the body away from storing energy and toward burning it as